What is going on, guys? Carter here with Edge Mindset. I have got the biggest, most expensive, wildest unboxing that I've ever featured on this channel. In this giant box, I don't know if you can really see how big it is. It weighs a ton. It's like, I don't know how many thousands of dollars worth of knives. Poikilo has been totally awesome. I reached out to them and I said, hey, I love your brand. I want to work with you. And they sent me a treasure trove of insane models for me to check out, right? This is just for me to look at. Unfortunately, I got to send these bad boys back, but it's really cool because I am a big fan of Poikilo knives. And some of these knives I've kind of been on the fence with, whether or not it's something I would want to invest in or, you know, just that, there goes that rubber band. I don't know why that's on there. Just so that I can get a feel for it, check it out. I can show it to you guys in case you're wondering if any of these kind of tickle your fancy. And it gives me lots and lots of content to run through for the channel. So let's dig into this. But first, thank you everybody for all of your support. Thanks for commenting, liking, subscribing, all that stuff. You know, and if you haven't done that, please do. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out. Look, look at all these. Look at all these leather pouches. I am going to get these out of here, and then I will, holy sh, we got to count all these up. Oh my God, this is crazy. We got to count all these up. There should be, he was supposed to send me patches to replace the ones that were missing from mine. I don't know if he just wants me to scalp them from here or what. I'll have to ask him. Here, let me change the camera a little bit. Do the zoom in. This is all like manual crane operated zooming in here. Yeah, I'll have to reach out and see if he wanted me just to pull. Not that it really matters. I don't need any patches. It's just more of the idea. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Poikilo knives. These are not cheap. Not cheap at all. And how do we want to do this? Let's start. I'm going to put these over here. And then we'll take a few at a time. And then I'll move them out of the way. And yeah, we're good to go. So I don't know what any of these are. None of these are marked. So it's going to be interesting. Now, some of these I already, why did I say already? Already own. But there are different versions. And holy crap, some of these are brand new in the pack. I'm assuming I can open it, right? In the work order, or the receipt, whatever you want to call it, it did list like some of these are from a private collection, or not a private collection. Some of these are from his personal collection. Some of these are display models, and some of these are brand new. Okay. Well, let's take a look at this one. I was so confident that I knew all of the model names on here. I forgot about this one. I can't remember what the karambits are called. Now, this is one that I definitely have not had much interest in terms of Poikilo knives. I'm not the biggest karambit fan. I've got a couple. They're all right. It's just not really my jam. But this is definitely cool. It is nice and small. You've got a huge opening loop right there. It is your standard frame lock operating system with the high flipper right there. And then a pocket clip on the spine. So that would mean, I mean, this does allow you to pull it out this way, right? Which is the proper karambit way. However, you wouldn't really be able to deploy it. Karambits are difficult in a folding karambit knife because it's hard to get it clipped in your pocket in the correct orientation, but still be able to quickly deploy the knife. But very cool nonetheless. We'll be doing probably a full, more in-depth video of this guy here. You got the nice carbon fiber, the fat dunes or whatever it's called, desert dunes from Fat Carbon. Very cool, nice titanium. All good, high quality work. Curious to see how this pocket clip works. I don't know why I'm nervous to open this. I've got to, right? Like, he wouldn't send me just so I can be like, oh, look how cool it is inside here. Yeah, I got to open it. I'm opening it. Otherwise, like, why would he send it to me if I can't open it up and look? So this one, I do know the model name. This is the Prism. I believe this is the small, believe it or not. It has this crazy levered pocket clip. Really excited to see how that works. I had another knife that had a similar style pocket clip. I mean, I know the, you know, the Hawk lock or the Hawk pocket clip kind of does this, but this one is, you know, the flush kind. And I've had a knife with the flush kind. I didn't really like it that much because it is difficult to get it in your pocket, and it makes it so that it's very not deep carry at all. Like you're looking about right there, but we'll test it out. Nice action. This is kind of like the Cybertruck Poikilo knife right here. Very clean geometric lines. I think all of these are M398. They seem to use that exclusively. I don't know what that is. Slip-on. They're kind of here or there with their logos on their blades. So for example, this Orca here has a logo of Bio because it's part of their Bio series. I thought this was part of their futuristic series, though. I don't know what slip-on means. Interesting. Liner lock, very cool, very clean. So this is one finished version. They call it the pearlescent. You can see that it's got like a polished bead blast, kind of a stonewashy type thing with some satins. You know, clean, futuristic looking, sharp, beautiful, but not overly kind of blingy and stuff like that. Poof! Magic of editing. Here we go again. We got this one without patches. Let's see what's in here. Oh, another brand new one. And ooh, this one's cool. This is one that I have really wanted. Model name on this one. Model name on this guy. I cannot remember. I don't think it's the Komodo. Ooh, that is nice. One of the things, so I really had my eye on one of these, pretty hardcore. I almost picked one of these up. I heard some people say that the thumb studs were a little small, and I was trying to look at the videos and the pictures, and it looked like they were a little too flush to the handle, and I was worried it'd be hard to deploy. It is kind of hard to reverse flick. It's hard to get in there and reverse flick this bad boy. I do like me some reverse flicking, so we shall have to see what I think of this guy. Nice. I guess you would call that a compound grind, although, you know, it's so slight. I don't know if it qualifies. This has the nice acid wash, stone wash finish on here. Purple accents, full-size backspacer. Very, very cool. And there's not that many frame locks in the current Poikilo lineup. So kind of cool to have a frame lock. In fact, I wanted to pick up a frame lock from them. I tried to grab a flipper. There's no flipper there. All right, on to the next. There is no cloth in this one. When I was talking to the rep, who is super nice, by the way, they are very established in the U.S., in case anybody wonders. Like, they have people here, they go to shows, and they respond to comments and questions and things like that. So no issue there. They are definitely putting their foothold into America. So yeah, this is the Gecko. This sucker sold out really, really quick. Also kind of unique because it's got belt satin finish. You don't see that on very many Poikilos. Maybe this is the only one. I'm not completely sure. Very cool, nice EDC knife. M398 frame lock. This one has blue accents. I think this is a personal EDC of the representative I was talking to, if I'm not mistaken. Very good size, almost I would say full 4-finger grip on this bad boy, even all the way back. So very cool. Very thin hollow grind, right? So this is that EDC slicer type thing going on that all the kids are into. Very cool. Gecko front flipper. Let's try that out. Very neat. Can't wait to spend some time with this one. Moving right along. Oh, by the way, all of those models I have no experience with. Oh, here's one I have experience with. So this is the Anolus, the other version. If you watched my Anolus video, my unboxing, I have the version that is DLC finished with purple or violet crystallized titanium on it. And this is the other version. This is back with the, this is the tactical series, right? Very aggressive blade design, very big knife, super ergonomic and comfortable. But yeah, this is the other colorway. I almost went with this one instead of the purple. I just really liked the black and purple combo. Thought that was very, very nice. Cool frickin' knife. That the crystallized titanium is so cool looking. And once again, I say this every time, this pattern goes all the way through the titanium. It is not, and I don't mean the blue. The blue is surface anodization. I mean that crystallized pattern. That's all the way through. It's not a surface treatment, which is kind of cool. They put it in a vacuum under super high pressure and I think a lot of heat, and it creates that crystallized pattern in the titanium. So very, very cool stuff. Okay, where's the box here, or the pouch? Put that in there. Good to go. Wait, what was in this one? Okay, yeah, this needs to go down here. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep all of this organized with all these pouches looking the same. Oh, here we have another brand new one. This is the Rhino. I'm really excited to check this one out. This is the Rhino version 1. This is kind of the classic futuristic. That was kind of a cool pattern that the plastic left on there. Huh? It'd be kind of cool if that was just how it is. This is kind of that futuristic. I mean, I don't want to compare it to like a Shiro, but it just reminds me of that style of knife, right? The flipper only, the large, super clean, very cool looking, beautiful, aggressive tanto knife here. I'm really interested in their upgraded version. So for those that don't know, one of the things I like about Poikilo, aside from the fact that almost every design they have is strong. Now, not all of them are my cup of tea, but they're all strong. There's not a single Poikilo knife design that I'm truly objectively like, that's an ugly knife or that's not a good design. I get that a lot of these, like the Carmen here, is not what a lot of people want in a knife. But from a pure design standpoint, it's done well. It's designed well. Might not be your thing. In fact, it's not a lot of people's thing, and that's okay. But it's still designed well. I really like all their knives, but I also like that they do different versions. So they usually do a couple standard versions. So they'll do kind of this pearlescent, kind of cleaner type stone wash, polish type thing. And then they'll usually do like an acid wash version that's a little bit rougher. And that varies, how that's executed. And then on a lot of them, they do an upscaled version, which is their M or mid-tech version, where it's got zircutai, it's got either a high polished blade or a hand satin blade, hand sanded blade. And I really like the M version of this knife. Is very, very cool, especially with this full backspacer. On that version, it's done in zircutai. This thing is excellent. So far, this is the winner. This is the banger right here. This is the one that I like the most out of the ones I've seen so far that I haven't experienced yet. Keep in mind. I think the Anolus is the only one I've opened up where I already have it. In fact, that might be the last one. Oh, no, here we go. So here's another one that I currently have. This is the Orca, but this is the M version. So I've got the regular version right here. We can do a direct side-by-side comparison, which is kind of cool. So this has polished zircutai, whereas my Tuna mid-tech has a blasted zircutai. I think I prefer the blasted. I don't like the shiny that much. Very cool backspacer there. This is all the same, but the biggest thing I wanted to look at is the blades. So similar, right? Let me wipe this off here. Similar, or this might make it worse actually because it's kind of oily. Similar, but this has kind of like a polished stone wash on the M there. You can see it's got a little more polish to it. Or maybe it's just a higher polish finish. Cool. Very, very nice. This makes me feel like, oh, I've got this one too. Look at this. I've got all these Poikilos because I need to review them. I need to do full reviews. So here's the difference in the pocket clip. I much prefer this one myself. I like the blasted finish. I don't like the shine as much. And then here are the two mid-tech finishes side by side that you can get. The one on the left, the Tuna, is the hand rubbed satin. The one on the right is the polished, like stonewash type thing going on there. Very cool to be able to compare these together. Let me make sure I put the right one in this pack here. I don't want to come off like I'm trying to, swap knives here. The only thing I don't like about the Orca, and this isn't the full review, I still got to do it, is this pivot on the back here. Does not make sense. They've gone through such great lengths to make all these inlays completely smooth. You can't feel any ledges. And then you've got like this pivot just sticking out of the back there with a big chamfer on it. I don't quite, and it's shiny. It's not blasted. It doesn't match. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Feels like a little bit of an afterthought there. All right, what do we got now? What do we got now? Okay, so this one, this is the one that like I almost snagged a bunch of times. Ooh, and this is the M version as well. Look at that backspacer. I don't know how they do that. This is Zircuti, but it's not your typical direction. I mean, usually you see it this way, because that's basically just taking, you know, like what the pocket clip is, doing it in a backspacer. I don't know how, is this really a cut from a piece of Zircuti that's this thick, and then they slice it into this? I don't know how they do that. But this also has the bead blasted finish on it that I like so much, along with that pocket clip. This is the one I think that people were talking about the thumb studs more than the other. And it is pretty small. But look at that poon. Look at that beautiful, beautiful poon. I'm going to have to edit this and put these models in. I think this is the Marlin. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Marlin. The other one I showed was not the Komodo. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to amend with the titles, but pretty sure this one's the Marlin. Comes in a couple different versions, just like this one here. This is a nice two-toned satin with the acid or the blasted stonewash there. Frame lock again. Really, really cool. Let's see, the reverse flick works pretty well on this, actually. Does have this odd hole right there. It almost looks like they were going to put double thumb studs in and then change their mind or something. Maybe. Ooh. Is that meant to be adjustable so that you could move those studs if you wanted? Because that really looks like a thumb stud hole. Curious what the driver is. Ergos aren't the best. You do feel this corner right there. But beautiful, wicked, kind of aggressive looking folder. Large too. Very cool. We got two more to go. Two more to go. And then we are donezo with the unboxing extravagant mega super event here. This is the Komodo. Pretty sure this is the Komodo. Pretty similar to that first one with the purple accents that I showed, but a little bit different. Another two-tone. It's got, wow, it's got some really cool milling going on. That's actually quite comfortable. Frame lock again. Similar thumb studs to that other version, but just a little bit more design, geometric stuff going. Really like this swedge on top. Like I said, you know, this might not be your cup of tea, but like, these are some pretty strong designs that Poikilo comes out with. I have not found any where I'm like, probably the weakest visual design, in my opinion, is the Gecko. However, from a EDC usability standpoint, it's excellent. So, you know, it kind of just depends on your perspective, but they've all been done very, very well. I actually really, really like this one more than the Marlin. That's what's cool about being able to check these out. Front flipper works excellent. Really cool knife, really cool knife. All right, let's get to the last one. Not even sure what this is. No idea. This is, so I think this is the large prism. Oh, wow. This is different though, right? Or is it? Was the other prism completely almost flush with that flipper and I just didn't point it out and notice? This sucker's kind of heavy too. Very, very cool. Let's see what's on this side here. M398. I would dig out the other one. Let me see if I can find it. Literally the very first pouch that I grabbed is this one. So yeah, they are different. This is the large prism, and this is the small prism, which is that right? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I could have sworn I had two prisms coming, but these are very, very different. I mean, completely different blade shapes. Look at this front. I don't even know what you call that. These are like, they're the same, but they're different. You can see like the handle shape is different. I mean, it's the same like gist. Oh yeah. And then this one doesn't have the thing. I don't think these are the same. So scratch that. Maybe only one of these is the prism and the other one is a different model. I gotta say, I think I like this one the most. Like if I was gonna pick one of these like really clean futuristic ones, I think I would go with this one. This one has a more pronounced flipper and front flipper, but this one works pretty dang good. I mean, I could see maybe slipping off that a little bit, but not too bad. Let's try the front. Not too bad, but I really like the tip of this guy. That is very cool. And I like how it has a standard pocket clip and not the flush one. But all right, so that's all of them. And that is a lot. I've got a lot of knives to get details on and kind of review and do a tabletop and all those things. Comment down below, which one do you like the most? I want to hear from you guys. Thanks again. You guys take care.